blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time talking about my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. Um, it's just so much stuff going on in the world, and it's just no matter what ugliness people try to shine on you, you still reflect your love and strength. Okay, don't never allow somebody to steal your happiness or your joy. Misery will love company, so just allow yourself to not RSVP that mess. Okay. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the video are uplifting, give you good vibes, or informative, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even fellow empath or going through trying times at the moment, needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give you a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so appreciating. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The meditation channel I'm using today is called Woke Nation. The music I'm using in the background is called Raise the Vibrations of Your Home, 432 hertz, healing frequency for harmony, positive energy cleanse. Y'all, I've been, I'm really trying to make sure I stay on, like, getting rid of negativity, clearing out the negative energy in your house. I love playing these in the background because, we got so much stuff going on, and, it ain't even funny. But the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Hey, Heyokas, don't expect others to understand your view of life when they fear to approach their own blueprint. That is so true. I've been connecting with so many people. I always call it empath counseling, because it's allowing you to understand what's taking place, knowing you're not alone. Certain things that you're still, you're still trying to allow yourself to accept and stuff like that. It's not easy. And a lot of people I've been connected with is like, I keep on trying to tell my family, I keep trying to tell my children, or I keep trying to tell my partner about the things that I go through, going through my views of life. You have to understand, if people are still sleeping under that spell where they're okay being blind to what's going on, a lot of times they only understand their level of perception of anything, even when it comes to you. But I always tell people, you only can say so much and just plant that seed, but you gotta go. You gotta keep going. You can't allow yourself to stop moving or trying to convince somebody of one thing when they're only gonna see one thing already as it is. When we feel things and when we see things, we feel it a lot different. It is like way deep, way deep. You have to allow yourself to know, where you're going, allowing yourself to understand your blueprint. There's things that you want to do in life. And a lot of times, even though you may go that way, your direction might sway off to one side, not because of what you're doing, but it can do that if if you're expecting things to be handed to you. You have to be able to work for those things. You know what you're wanting to do, and don't feel like it's gonna come easy for you. And a lot of times we hate going through that. Trust me, I know. You going through so much. And there's sometimes I get my feelings like, I'm constantly doing things, that I love to do from the bottom of my heart. I love helping people. I love being able to express myself in the truth. I tell them to do the same thing. Long as you're not going out and doing things to be hurtful towards people to get your point across. Now if it's called that pill called truth, some people just can't digest that. They start they need that CPR where they truth PPR. Those the type of things. I'm like, are you okay? Do I need to show you my truth for you to be able to not gag on it? And some people don't like that. With us being hell, because we already rub folks the wrong way as it is anyway. But those are the things that is going to strengthen you. Understanding your views on life, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to go, where you're trying to head to, where you're trying to stay focused on. You have to be able to have a game plan going. And a lot of times, you have to be open to change, because sometimes just because you want something at that moment, or maybe you may find somebody that you really click with, and you may see, wow, I want to know if they you know I can start something with this person, and it's just like you have to understand as well. If you have gone through certain things where you have been in a toxic relationship, this is that time. We all hate being lonely. If you've been single for a while, but you also, you don't need to be going for somebody where you're questioning what position you play in their life. Those are the things that you have to allow yourself to really understand what is taking place. And a lot of times we feel like, dang, this relationship ain't working out, or oh, I thought I liked this girl, or oh, I thought I liked that guy. If you already know, if you are not healed up all the way, not saying, oh, okay, I'm ready to date, we who wants to lay alone, wants to be constantly by themselves. But you have to understand, you have to allow yourself to know what parts of you that need to be healed when you were in those toxic relationships. Because a lot of times we sacrificed our happiness for people that weren't willing to do the same for us. Nobody should sacrifice their happiness. That's too much to be asking somebody to do. Somebody tell me, I don't want you to be happy, but I want you to fulfill me being happy. Where the hell they do that at? So I'm about to do that. You can go ahead and do that yourself. I'm not catering to your ego. I've done that. I don't have time to cater with nobody's ego. I want somebody who's going to give me the same amount of love that I pushed out, that I'm going to have. It's going to be reciprocated. What's given is being taken. What's taken is being given. All that. Allowing yourself to have a good support system. Be with somebody who's not going to put you down or use your weaknesses against you, or everybody and their mama know about what's going on with you, because they're like a bucket with holes in it. All those different things, you have to be able to allow yourself to go through that grieving process of really healing. Because all of us, I always tell people, I feel like there's a soulmate for all of us out there. There's going to be that person that really truly loves you, admires you, is going to support you. They're going to do any and everything to make sure, you know they know what they got, and they're not trying to lose that over something petty. you know and those are the things you need to understand. Life can't be the way it was before you went into that spiritual awakening. A lot of times, when things get heavy, you want to just quit, you want to get up, give up, or you just want those things right now. And it's just like, universe really wants to give it to you, and what's for you is going to always be for you. you know just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean it won't happen. But there's a lot of things, when they're trying to give you what you're trying to get in your life. Number one, it can be, you want one thing, but they want to bless you with more. And a lot of times, I have to even tell myself, even though I thought this is what I needed, this is not, this is what I thought I wanted. But universe is like, no, this is not what you need. I'm gonna give you something a lot better than what you're getting right now. Allowing yourself to, take, hello, I'm doing my videos. Sorry about that, y'all. But going through those different things in life, it taught me a lot of things about myself that I didn't do. I was willing, I seen all the red flags there, and I'm thinking, oh, if I love myself and love that person for the best of us, those things will change. And no, it's not going to do that. And so I had to allow myself to know, you deserve better than that. You may have been, this is that person, especially if you've been with somebody for a long time. And it's like, with my situation, it's almost daggone there 21 years. That's half of my life. And I'm like, no. And one time I used to always think that, I was like, dang, that was a waste of time. Why did I allow myself to go on with something that long? And it was just like, but now it's like, when I've gone through all the things that I'm going through, it really represented strength, because you're seeing a lot of things that you really want to turn a blind eye to. And it's not like, oh, I want to take that person back. No, I just don't want to be seeing all those different things. I don't want to be around that. But that's where your strength comes in, when you're boxed in something, and that you're going through that karmic cycle. Even though you may not like what kind of situation you're in, you have to be able to allow yourself to see what kind of, what am I needing to learn in this situation, so I can get up out of here. What am I allowing myself to not see, that universe is really wanting me to learn from this, being able to see the bigger picture and what is taking place in my life. Because a lot of us are in those situations where we are really ready to go, because it's either wearing your patience thin, it's trying your faith, and it's just like, certain things is just coming at you heavy, and it's just like, it is testing you on all weak points in your life. They don't want you running back to what it was, because it seemed like it was easier to go through that. No, you deserve don't settle for nothing. You deserve a lot better than what you're settling for. And what you settle, what you allow, and what you contribute to, or whatever they say, that's what you're going to get constantly, back to back to back. And I see my situation, even though I hate being in it, but then I allow myself to really see everything that I'm going through. You know, there's certain things that I never got closure for, but I had no choice but to make peace with that. Even though I've seen people that did downright dirty, and knowing they had, contributed a lot for that, just to make sure I don't receive any kind of happiness in my life. And I said, I don't care what y'all got going on, I'm going to still receive my happy. I'm going to make myself be happy. I'm not going to allow, those things to really take advantage of my life. I allowed that to happen in my life, held on to things and stayed mad at certain things. And, wanted to lash out at that. Now it's just like it went from being angry to, being, in my feelings about it, holding grudges, to the point where it's like just disappointment. But now it's just like when I allow myself to step back and not be up in my feelings for everything that took place, I have every right to feel the way I did. I never got a chance to meet my dad. I had people lie to me over the fact that they want to live good, and wanted to make me punish me for something that had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with my dad. It was all about that love that was represented between father and daughter that people didn't get in their life. And I said, that is not my issue. That's not my problem or my concern. But this is something I had to live with. This is something I had to make peace with, even though it felt like a nightmare I would never wake up from. It's like I don't get closure because my dad, people, if they're not selling, not selling, but they're not sharing his music, or, showing his pictures, or the things that he has paid tribute to, or, and I mean, I can't get away from that. And, sometimes it gives me comfort, but then a lot of times it represents the heartbreak that I'm, desperately, trying to heal from. So, all these different things are coming into my life. And, that's why I love my community here. A lot of us are going, well, hell, all of us are going through something that we're really trying to have salvation for. We wanted to allow ourselves to be strengthened throughout those situations that weighed heavy on our hearts, and not just our hearts, but our minds, allowing ourselves to heal from the things that we've been violated on, which can be hard at times. You being able to forgive the people that have done the foulest thing to you, just straight trife, and there's a lot of times we feel like life isn't fair. And it is just like when we are going through this, we're being held in as an example, because everything that's been placed on you, a lot of people have gone through, and they want to unleash that ugliness, that harshness, that hatred, that anger on other people, like they're entitled to do that because that's what they felt, or that's all they learned. I went through that, exposing my kids to the same kind of energy I was exposed to. And then it was like I had to allow myself to try my best to, fix that. Even though it becomes hard, it becomes a battle within itself. And I had to allow myself to, don't allow yourself to do that. Your truth is gonna come out. They're gonna understand why certain things went a certain way, why you did certain things, why you kept, you keep certain things from them, that you didn't want to, you know, dredge back up. All those different things. You're trying to understand the measurements on your blueprint, where you're trying to direct yourself to. There's things that has to be better in your life, but we don't. A lot of times we have to convince ourselves everything that we ever wanted or ever desired or deserved is over. That chapter of fear, of doubt, and change. All those different things, everything that you wanted. And it's just like when you finally get through this, because a lot of times we feel like life isn't fair. You pushed out, so much positivity, but only got little bitty blessings in return. Being around people that done the most gutter butt foul stuff around you or even to you, and then only got like a little slap on the hand. And and then next thing you know, when all these things, you're angry because of that. It's like, dang, so if I be messed up, I get punished for staying in my zone, you know, telling people not to disrespect me by snapping on them or whatever. And it's just like, when all this is said and done, you're gonna understand why certain battles had to be hard for you, why the weight of the world on your shoulders for certain things. You had to allow yourself to change how you seen things, change how you respond, how do you react, just observe and not absorb, allowing yourself not to get into your feelings about things when people are trying to push your buttons, and it takes practice for that. And then it's like, when all these things are said and done, because it's like, people that have been with me for a while, they know what I struggle with. They know the things that I'm really trying to have peace with, because that's like a nightmare I could not wake up from at all. But then it's like, when I'm allowing myself to be open to tell that story, that shows courage, because you know this world can be very cruel. There can be some people that hold in their feelings about certain things, and or they feel some type of way, or trying to place judgment on you, saying you're crazy, or you're trying to get attention, or you want people to feel sorry for you. And ain't none of those things. It's just about me saying what I went through, and the things that I struggle with, the things that I see, the things I'm accepting, the things I'm moving forward towards, all those different things. And that's when you're allowing yourself to analyze your truth and where you're trying to aim for. It really easy if you want to constantly blame it other people. Yeah, even though they did things, we also played our part as well on certain situations. I'm gonna own up to what I did, and I ain't gonna keep telling what other people have done to me, because eventually that'll come out. A lot of things can be done to you, and you just really trying to find that peace of your mind, just to say, what, I'm really trying to stay positive through all this. But sometimes this stuff weighs heavy on my heart, heavy on my mind, where I'm trying, it's like crossing the street can be like a battlefield to you, because you are dealing with so much at one time. And that, I mean, trust me, I know that can be hard at times. And you really, like, to me, I'd be ready to fight, fight. But it's just like, for what? You're being no better than the people that unleash these things on you. I feel like death is too good for certain people that, have done things to me. I want you to be able to understand. It's like my mom say, okay, I ain't gonna whoop you or whatever, but I'm gonna take things from you. And I want you to sit there and realize what you did. And then when you're gonna understand why, I punished you in that way. And then it's just a lot of times when I sit here and allow myself to really step back, and it's like, Rosalind, guess what? You became stronger in all these things, because you were dealing with so many things at one time. And it's not just that, by your allowing yourself to still trying to make sense of the things that you have gone through, trying to find yourself out a way out that rabbit hole, having discovered that you are the light that's going to guide yourself out that tunnel. You can overcome this. And when you have overcome this, and you know what you have went through, you know what tears you shed, you know what times you done yelled, you telling people you're okay, and then as soon as they turn their back, you over here crying your eyes out, because you're trying your hardest to stay strong about certain things you didn't want to speak on. And then you're gonna see all these things I went through. Somebody can come up to you and say whatever they want to, and it's not going to even pierce a bubble with you, because you already done went through the worst. You already experienced the worst. There's nothing else that somebody can put on you, that is going to make you move. They can't move a mountain on you. I was dealing with all these things, earlier. With people trying to tell me what I am and what I'm not, or, what I need to stop doing, or I dare you to say this, I dare you to say that. Nobody can control me. Only the universe can guide me where they want to guide me to. What I'm dealing with is not something easy that you can keep projecting out, because somebody's going to always have a negative opinion about it, especially when they see so many positive outcomes that's coming out about it. They feel some type of way. I'm like, baby, do you? Do you? Because I'm not going to stop doing me. They pick me for that, because they know I got a big ass mouth. I'm smart as hell, and I got a smart mouth about it. I've been through a lot of things, and even though there's certain times that, I felt like I was losing my mind, and I did. And I had to go back and find it. I had to be, well, where's Waldo? Waldo find itself. I had to be going through those different situations. But then, even though I really went through some tragic stuff, I won't never take it back, because everything had Even though there's certain things I wish I could have changed. But, you know, when I allow myself to look at it more as a positive way, it's like, look at all the things you've been doing and the things you spoke very high volumes for, and how many times it made allowed somebody to look at their life and allowed them to take credit for the strength that they don't take their self credit for. I can meet somebody and be like, Roslynn, I don't think I can do it. I said, I feel the energy in you and it's more powerful than you're allowing yourself to acknowledge, just because you're staying focused on what has been placed on you. These people seen it too. That's why they placed that on you in the first place, because they didn't like the fact that you were stronger than what they could ever be. And they could do it, but they're too busy trying to be a victim towards something so they can place something on you that ain't have nothing to do with you. And that's what you have to be able to, and I have to tell myself that a lot of times. Universe and God sees a very strong being. That's why they picked you for what you are, because they can't see what's coming ahead. Evil gonna be so focused on one thing when they got you tipping right in the middle of the war, and you about to go, like, that blessing, that big blessing is gonna just knock the whole box out for the world. You're walking towards it, but they're too busy walking the one that they're looking for all those traits that's already said to be a certain thing. But with you, it's totally opposite of what they've been looking for, and they're not gonna catch you. And they look at all out, no, they ain't gonna do nothing. Go ahead. This is one we need to worry about. And didn't even know they actually the one they saw that was coming. They didn't take heed on it, and that's the reason why they're picking y'all. That's why they picked me. And there's a lot of times I go through things, and it's not, I don't speak on everything I go through, because I'm just like, what, this is that test of faith. This is that test on my strength. This is the test on my truth. Am I going to allow opinions of others or thoughts of others to stop my flow, slow me down, or distract me? That would have happened like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, because I would take it very personal. Then I had to allow myself to know that, when people come up to you and they do certain things or they say certain things, that's showing you how they feel about themselves. You done dredged something up that they wish they could have had a right to say, you know, and it is what it is. But that shouldn't stop you from going doing what you got to do. You know what you're trying to bring up, where you trying to go to. And it's just like a lot of times people can't see what this is your idea that universe is set up for you. And a lot of times it's like people are trying to understand where you're going, why are you doing this. A lot of times it's not meant for you to understand your journey, my journey. But I understand my journey. That's the only thing that matters. You'll catch up. And you have to be able to do that, because I know there are so many people I'm connected with, and they're like, Roz, I'm really trying, to tell these people about this, tell them that a lot of times that, they're not going to take heed about that. When I was like spiritually asleep, I was blind to a lot of things. My sister said, you need to wake up. My sister spoke truth. She spoke knowledge, high knowledge. Tell me about Nostradamus. I ain't know, she used to tell me stuff like that and scare the mess out of me. And now it's just like, God rest my sister's soul. She be saying a little smarter. She's like, oh shoot, finally woke up. I'm like, girl, if you don't shut up and leave me alone, And my sister started laughing, because it's like the things I speak on is what she was trying to get me hip to, and it wasn't my time to catch that message. So it's just like a lot of times, you speak your truth. You say what you gotta say. If they get lost in translation on what you're trying to say, just leave that seed there. When they're ready to get they're ready to know what that flower is about to be, they'll nourish it. But you have to keep going and doing you. A lot of times we feel like we got to save the world, and it's like, no. I always tell people, you're saving yourselves. I just had to be that friendly reminder to let you know you got this. You're going to succeed. I have to tell myself, I got to do my pep talk in the mirror, like, girl, you got this. Like, you got it. I be looking at myself, even though I'm crying. I'm like, I can't do it. But I was like, girl, you got this. Don't let this stuff slow you down. You see where you're going. You see the love that you're giving to people. That is bad when a total stranger can give you love. We're not strangers, because we're spiritually connected. But a person who barely know you is giving you more love than a person is that's, in the same household as you. And that's okay, because a lot of times you can't expect somebody to love you. They don't love themselves. They can't give you love that they don't have for themselves. They can't respect you if they don't have that respect for themselves. But as long as you know you respect you and your well being, you're not going to allow that, whatever they got going on, distract you from what you're trying to be. You're not. But, it is what it is. But allow yourself to keep going on your blueprint, study your map, allow yourself to set your goals on what you're wanting to do, where you're trying to achieve, what other things you think may connect to that to make it a bigger blessing than you ever imagined. A lot of times you feel like you may be going in a direction and you might be redirected. It's okay. What is it? Rejection is a redirection. A lot of times you go for one thing, and next thing you know, universe will navigate you towards many different things and make it be confusing. But later on down the line, it will make a lot of sense to you, and then you're going to be happy that you went through those, because those are the things that really hit you up on yourself, got you on game on your whole life, that actually gave you a bigger blueprint of a bigger picture of what needed to take place for you to be able to recognize your worth, your love, your strength, your knowledge. Enlightenment is to know you don't know everything. There's still more for us out there to learn. Not to be closed minded as the people that come and try to distract you. They want to be closed minded, allow them to be like that. If they want to sit up here and bring misery to you, you ain't got to sit up here and entertain that either. You got a choice to not choose to deal with that, and you can go. But this is gonna be my last video. I thought I was gonna do another one, but I'm tired. I'm shocked that I actually did it. 'Cause the last couple of nights I've been waking up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. My cat woke me up last night, and I was angry, so I didn't really get that much sleep. So I'm proud of myself for all the things that I did. Yes, I did the heckified contact with a lot of different families. Just being able to let them be heard, let them be understood. We all going through it. Just don't be hard on yourself. We're all going through different things. If you're feeling a little bit sensitive right now, emotional, irritated, it's okay. A lot of us is feeling that. But take that time out for yourself. Don't allow yourself to consume somebody else's madness. We got enough of that stuff going around. Don't consume somebody else's stuff. Allow yourself to be your peace and amongst the chaos. Allow yourself to be that light towards everybody else's darkness. Allow yourself to keep going. But I want to give a post notification shout out to let me see, who am I going to speak to today? Miss Lisa Johnston, Dangela, uh, MCG, Lisa, no, I just said Lisa, Teresa Kane, and Arian Faye. Much love to you and Kobe, not Kobe, God rest his soul. Um, Corey251. If you're new to the channel, much love to you. Welcome. So good to have you. Drop a line. I would love a chance to hear from you. Um, Share. Give me a thumbs up. Tell somebody about the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Share. What else? I hope and pray that everything you're trying to manifest in your life, comes 100 times more than what you even expected or even thought you might get. And it comes so much sooner than you would also expect it as well. If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can always find me on Facebook Messenger. Just look me up under my name. Let me know what I know you by from here. And let me know you connect with me on here, or you're a part of the Heyoka family, and I'll help assist you with your spiritual growth, your spiritual knowledge, whatever you want to do. To give you a deeper understanding. Don't worry, everything we speak on is confidential. And if I don't have the answers that you need along your path, I will guarantee you to give you as much information as I can to direct you towards the path you need to take. So, even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, knowledge, um, positivity, prosperity, words, vibes, and frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. And I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all and y'all's well being. Right now we're living in a time of chaos. Right now, it's like it feels like we're in end of days, and it is. I really feel like it, a lot of ugliness and a lot of darkness is just being resurfaced so it can be dissolved and be cut out of our lives so we can be able to start anew. So a lot of things had to take place. Crazy had to come. They always say it's calm before the storm, but I really feel like whatever is not supposed to be no longer needed. Is making that transition out, and it may seem like it through. It may not seem that way through everything that's going on, but gotta keep it moving. So stay safe, sanitize as much as you can. If you don't need to go out, y'all, please stay home. There's too much stuff going on out there right now. So I'll see y'all on my next video. If I can, I'm gonna try to make some videos. I don't know. I'm like right now, I'm just like completely drained because I had to take a break and run to the store real quick before they close and come back. So my I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. So I will talk to y'all later. Much love to you. God bless. Stay safe and much love. Peace and be wild.